Hello and welcome to Anden's channel, my channel. Today, I'm gonna be talking a bit about VR. You see, a few days ago, my life was like, because for the first time ever, I got to try VR, PlayStation VR. For someone who is as nerdy as I am and into video games and all of that, you might be thinking like, but Anden, how have you not tried VR before? Well, the answer is quite simple. I've always wanted to try VR, obviously. I've had opportunities to try VR, but I've always said no. You know what? Because I do sort of reaction things on my channel, I want the first time I ever try something like that to be in a reaction. Whoa, thank guys. I mean, I know I'm famous for this place. And as luck would have it, one of my friends actually do have a PlayStation VR headset and all of that, so I got to try it and we recorded it. We had like high production value. We had like 2 cameras filming me and the television screen, and I tried it for like 20-25 minutes, I think. And oh my god, it was way different than I thought it was going to be. In my mind, VR has always been like, oh, you just put on this headset and then you watch a bigger screen inside, you know? What's the point of that? I never fully understood, and I guess that's why people always say you have to try on the headset to actually understand, because oh boy, was that true. This is really fucking well made, holy shit!
Just a menu animation.
Yeah. Oh my god, I get it. Of course, I never felt like, oh, I'm actually inside this new world. Wow, it's real. Of course, I didn't have that feeling. I'm not an idiot. But the fact that you could feel the volume, like even the menu screen for this little, I think it's called VR Worlds, with like lights flying by and all of that, it just felt so, I don't want to say real, because obviously it didn't feel real, but it looked like you were inside a room almost, because you could feel the depth. And then of course you could look around and you could see everything, and it was a really weird feeling that I don't think I've ever experienced in my life before. Because of the VR headset, you could see like a black outline, so it almost felt like you were wearing this submarine helmet looking into a digital world or something. I don't know, it's just, but oh, it was pretty damn cool. And all of these thoughts are coming, and it's still just a fucking menu screen. We haven't even begun. I haven't even received my controller. Of course, when I received my controller, that's also a hilarious thing, because I didn't realize that you can actually see a virtual version of the controller.
Whoa! It's a bit shaky. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Whoa!
Ah! So now you can choose the game.
So this is like a collection of...
No problem.
Where's Simon?
I'm behind you.
Oh my god!
Piece of shit.
Oh, there are things over here!
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh! For me, VR has always looked really janky when you watch it on video. It's just really interesting how I didn't feel that at all when playing this London Heist, it was called. I was in those like interrogation room, I was sitting there, and this big man, and of course at first I was just like, haha, look at this giant man, why should I be scared of you? I'm inside a game.
I'd say they're pretty fucking limited, wouldn't you?
Sure. The more he was talking, and when he started like to like threaten me and all of that, and I was just like looking around the room, and I was just like, Jesus, why do I feel this slight sense of intimidation? Yay! Also, something that I found was quite interesting was how I felt like I was causing things to happen in the scene, which obviously that's not possible. Boy, the future of VR, when that's possible, we can do like voice commands and then something like actually happens in the game. That's gonna be insane. Like, that could be so cool. Whoa. Yeah, intensity. I'm smoking. Oh, whoa. I can hear myself. What's up, man?
We've been talking to the Russians.
Whoa, that's weird because of the couch.
Get the diamond and walk out.
It's really weird. I want to like lay down here, but this doesn't like. Oh, it kind of does. Whoa! There were 3 instances when I thought that my voice did something to the characters Because the main big guy, he's like interrogating you and it's just like, so where is this girl? Are you gonna tell me where she is? And right as I physically say no, he just slams the table. And I'm just like, oh, I did that.
We're all wondering if you know where she is.
No.
Piece of shit!
And then there was the other time where I pick up the phone and I just put it by my ear and say hello. And then immediately as I say hello, the guy answers back and I'm just like, whoa.
He wants to talk to you.
Okay. Yo, what's up, man? It's just these weird, like, timing moments that, like, freaked me out. I was just like, oh, I did that. Also, the fact that the phone was a Sony phone, that's the same phone that as I have, I was just like, oh my god, this is my phone, holy shit.
Mobile phone.
Is it a Sony phone though?
It's clean.
It fucking is.
Probably done.
This is my phone.
Earpiece.
Shit.
I only did the prologue of this demo, which was like 15 minutes or so, and it's just you sitting and looking. I know that later on in the demo you have like a car chase and everything. I didn't get to do that. It was just like me sitting in an interrogation room, me sitting at like a bar scene. You could light a cigar and then you could like inhale, and then when you exhale, I'm guessing it's the microphone of the PlayStation headset, but it recognizes that you breathe out and smoke comes out of your mouth in the virtual world. Also, when you light up that guy's like cigar, and I just immediately know like how far my hand needs to go to light that cigar. And the fact that it happens so instinctively, I was just like, wow, that's crazy. It's so like cool. As I said, like, I was just like, it's the future.
Huh? Light his cigar. Ah, okay.
Oh, what's up, man? That's fucking crazy. It's like volume and everything. How?
Mickey. Fuck.
This is the future.
Take shit on his own.
That I had those feelings and I wore the headset for like 20 minutes, that was crazy to me. I never got a sense of like, oh, I'm dizzy, I have to sit down. Of course, my character, who I was in this game, he was just sitting down, so I never got that. It was just like, man, it was so cool. Then the final thing I did was like a firefight. You know, I had to like to shoot people. It started out as like a stealth thing, and also how natural it felt to like just grab things with like the left and the right arm. That was kind of cool. But when the firefight happened and you have to shoot people, that's when I noticed there might be some like things wrong with like the PlayStation Move, because when I aimed straight I would miss the people up there, but then when I aimed it like slightly more to the side, I would suddenly like hit them. So I felt like maybe there were like some configuration issues with the controller, but that's probably not the game's fault. Also, but yeah, I was really surprised how easy it was to shoot people with no like reticle or anything, because now it's just like pew 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 pew. That was kind of funny. I got to feel like an action hero. That was nice.
Did you run out of ammo? Ammo!
I'm not good at this game. You did it! Yay! It took some tries, but I finally managed to be a killer.
I died the first time though, so I wasn't that good. But yeah, no, that's basically what I got to do. I got to sit down, just look at people. I could like go like really close up, but I felt, for some reason, I felt weird about it. I like looked at a person, but I felt weird because I was just staring into that person's eyes, and I was just like, why am I getting uncomfortable by it? I don't know, it was just, my mind was like blown. And I immediately understand like, oh my god, people gotta get on this VR stuff. So I hope that PlayStation in the future for PlayStation 5 doesn't abandon VR, because that can be fucking cool. Like, oh wow, I want to try so many things now. Absolutely no horror. With how I felt just in the London Heist, I would like shit my pants in the horror things. These were my thoughts of trying on a VR for the first time. I really recommend it. And this was the PlayStation VR. It's not even the best VR console apparently. Oh yeah, also some negative things. You immediately recognize that you're looking at a screen and not at the world, because the quality, just like the resolution, it's just not the real world, you know? I think it's gonna be a while until we hit that mark, but it still felt like I was just like, oh, it's a digital world, oh my god. In the end, I'm way more impressed by VR than I thought I was going to be. Now, am I gonna buy one for my PlayStation 4? No, because it's a launch one. A launch PlayStation 4 can't handle that. You know, my friend, he had a PlayStation Pro, And I mean, I could feel sometimes when like it was slightly laggy and stuff. So if the PlayStation Pro have to handle that, oh, I don't know about the normal launch PlayStation. I'd rather wait for PlayStation 5, which better come out sometime next year, 2020, please. Because I can feel my launch PlayStation giving out, and I don't want to buy a new one only for the next generation to show up. But yeah, hey, have you ever tried VR? What did you think about it? You know, I want to hear all of your opinions. Like, did you like it? Like, or did you feel like, no, this ain't for me? I was mind blown. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was so cool. But I want to hear your opinions about VR. Also, it doesn't have to be PlayStation, just VR in general, like the Vive or all of those. I would love to see your comments in the comment section down below. I love you all, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys next. And goodbye. Yay, VR. My mind blown.